Logan Paul versus Mayweather. I know I'm a bit late. I don't know. I was just trying to read tweets and get over this incredible fight. Now, I know a lot of people have mixed opinions on this. A lot of people are rooting for Floyd. To be honest, I was on Floyd's side all along. I knew Logan, would have a potential. You know, because he looked like he was serious about this. You know, he didn't look like he was playing about. And to be honest, even in the KSI and Logan fight, he looked genuinely serious. I think he lost by a few points. He did drop KSI. KSI did get back up though before anything happened. KSI was dedicated. He did not want to lose that. He got back up, and that pissed off. And that's the reason why KSI won, because he got pissed off because of that. But watching this fight, I know a lot of people were confused when they heard about this, and I know I was. And it was scheduled to happen this about a year ago. Well, that's when it was sort of announced. A lot of people knew about it, but it kind of died down. Nobody really cared about it. It was almost just under the scene. Nobody really gave a shit about it because, apparently it wasn't going ahead. Floyd didn't want to do it because he didn't have enough hype. So people forgot about it until then around May this year, 2021, it all kicked off and bang, Twitter was rifling after this. They were going absolutely crazy, the amount of people tweeting this because Jake Paul stole Floyd Mayweather's hat. And that's what, brought this whole fight out. That's what sold this fight. And when we saw Fight Night, it started a bit like this. So the beginning rounds, you could see Floyd was definitely trying to push himself. He was definitely trying to get himself in that position, that right position to fight. I'd say he lasted with full energy. Maybe I saw him to get tired after maybe about round 3. He started really getting tired. Now Floyd, I don't know if he was tired. If he was, this is the thing that Logan kind of made a little mistake doing, showing that he was tired. You could tell the way he slowed down. The first maybe few rounds, you could tell by how he was, punching and stuff. He was punching a lot more faster in the first rounds, whereas in maybe the later rounds, like 6 and 7 rounds, and 8 even, you could see right at the end of the match, he was pretty much trying to wait it out until the match ended or until the round ended. So because he knew he was tired and he didn't want anything to happen. But yeah, that's kind of how it went on. A lot of people have very mixed opinions, but a lot of people are commenting about one little part of the fight, which would be the main part that a lot of people are talking about, is where I don't know which round it was in. Maybe I don't know if it was I think it was a mid-round. Floyd punched him pretty hard, I'm guessing, because Logan's reaction to that punch was to fall down. Floyd held Logan up to sort of bring him back up because he didn't want the fight ending. I think Floyd wanted to give a performance. He didn't want to let the people down because don't forget these guys were paying $50 fucking. Imagine that. Imagine paying $50 for just Floyd just to smack him one. It wouldn't be fun. So I'm guessing maybe he did that, or maybe it was just because if they had ended the fight, he wouldn't have earned enough or a lot more money. I'm not entirely sure why they did that. But I'm guessing it was maybe because of money, either money or he just wanted people to experience a good fight, so maybe it doesn't ruin the reputation of future fights, maybe that he has. Now, it doesn't look like, from what he said at the end of the fight, they kind of hugged it off, and I know that's the first thing that a lot of people were kind of judging this whole fight on, them hugging. I know a lot of people I didn't pay did we seriously just pay $50 to watch people hug? Now, there were actually a lot of people illegally streaming it. I know there's, apparently there's like illegal or some shit. I mean, get over it. You're gonna have people illegally stream every fight out there. The reason why they do it is because illegally streaming a fight is a lot better than watching or paying a lot of money to essentially watch it for paid. I mean, $50. Think about that. Holy shit, that's not exactly. I know in the UK it was on Sky Sports. It was about £16, about $20, something like that. But obviously, I don't think you can get Sky Sports over there. So, but yeah, I think a lot of people were hyped about this fight. I know Jake Paul was. It's kind of crazy to see what's going on and see what venture things will be moving towards, because I genuinely think that people now realize, maybe Logan's actually gotten better. And even Floyd said that himself. Floyd said that he was surprised with him. He was very surprised how he acted, how he, positioned himself, and how he overall did it. Now, bearing in mind, if we look at the stats at the end of the match, Logan Paul missed a lot of his shots. I think he did about 200 shots. I don't know, something like, I can't remember the exact stats, but something like that. Floyd hit, I don't know how many shots. He hit about 40 something shots, whereas I think Logan hit about 20 something shots. I think the reason why Logan missed a lot is because he was tired out. He tired himself out in the first few rounds. I think that's what Logan maybe needs to prepare himself for, his stamina, keeping or making sure he, doesn't use all of his energy straight away before, say, the fight has begun or anything like that. I mean, I don't know how much rest he got before the fight. I don't know if he, had a big sleep or went to bed early or something like that. That could have a very good thing on it. That could help out a huge amount if someone has, some sleep like that. But I don't know, it was something that I think a lot of people, opened their eyes at, because it was one of them fights where I think people started to realise that, Logan Paul isn't actually as bad as people say he is. He just needs to work a bit more on his movement and stamina. And I think dead ass, maybe he could build himself up. I mean, I think he should continue training. Maybe not, continuously, but I think he should get in the mindset of keeping in that physique that he is right now. And I can't lie. Maybe for future reference, he could hopefully pick out with more boxers. Apparently, he wants to fight Jake for the future or in the future. I don't know if that's going to be go ahead or anything like that. Hopefully, it is. That'd be quite an interesting fight to see, Logan versus Jake Paul. But just watching that whole fight and how Logan played out, that's what surprised a lot of people, and I think it obviously even surprised Floyd Mayweather as well. And I think how it all acted is crazy. Now, Jake Paul, I kind of want to squeeze this in here as well. Jake Paul is fighting, I believe, Tyron Woodley. Now, as we all know, Tyron Woodley, I think, is best friends, or for at least training partners, I think, with Ben Askren. Now, obviously, he's knocked one of them out. I think they were talking a lot of shit in the locker room of the Ben Askren fight, and now it's actually become a real thing. It's become serious. That's, I think, the 28th of August, so I'm guessing we'll be seeing them then. Apparently he's got another fight before that with Hazembullah. I can't remember that midget's name. He's that Russian. But I think he's like trainer. or like his promoter or helper or what, as manager even. I think he's having a fight with Jake, so I think Jake's got 2 fights coming up. I'm not too sure though. That's just what I've seen on Twitter and that. So I'm not entirely sure if that's been fully confirmed. But that would be crazy. I think Jake Paul is now starting to take the step in the right direction. Yes, it may not be a boxer, and I know a lot of people are actually complaining about that. But hopefully this is a step in the right direction, and that finally, he's challenging himself with an opponent that could potentially fuck him up. And I don't know. I know he's a very good striker, and he's hit a lot of punches. I think he's lost a lot his recent fights though, so I don't know. That maybe has a disadvantage on him, but I don't know. Just watching and seeing his old fights, I don't know. It could be pretty promising. Jake Paul could get dropped in this one, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it's up for debate for different people, but I think Tyrone may challenge him. May spook him a little. I think even Tyrone Woodley's training with fucking Floyd Mayweather apparently. Floyd accepted and said he wanted to train him and getting prepared for the fight, which, I mean, would be incredible. I mean, this fight, Jake, thinking about it now, Jake must be selling millions. The fact of the matter is, I know Jake's got a lot of hate, and I think that's what he needs to kind of channel it down. He could definitely have a lot of fans on him, but the reason why most people hate him is because of his past mainly, but purely because of how cocky he acts. Now, don't get me wrong, yes, he's supposed to act cocky, he wants to branch out and get fights and stuff like that. But what he's doing and how he's acting, I can't lie, some of the shit he said is just damn right fucking stupid, but because I guess he's still got his fans, like his 2-year-old fucking fans, but I don't get Jake how Jake's even got a fan base anymore. It's kind of weird. I personally, I remember his fan base used to be very young audience, but considering he switched to maybe mature audiences now with boxing, I don't think any 8-year-old fans going to be watching him get knocked out. I don't think they're really going to care anymore about that. They wanted to see the Team 10 and stuff like that. Well, that was when everyone was younger. That was when I think Jake was 20 or 21 then. Fresh content they wanted to see. So it's kind of surprising how stuff has gone along. And now they are both fighting a lot. This has come from, say, Joe Weller now to an incredible thing, I don't know. But, the fact that this has come from that YouTube type of boxing, I mean, let's be honest, Joe Weller and KSI, both of them made Jake Paul and Logan Paul's career, and anybody fighting on the YouTube versus TikTokers undercard. I know they got a cease and desist, the YouTubers versus TikTokers. Apparently they did. TikTok didn't want to be associated with the fight, which fair enough. I mean it won't ruin their reputation. It's probably gonna, in a matter of fact, it's free promotion on TikTok's behalf. So I don't really get what TikTok's problem is. I take it as free promotion, but nah, I guess it's a needy company that I guess cries when it loses money. But I mean, just to look at it, I think we got that on the 12th of June, so I'll definitely be staking my opinions on that after watching that. We've got some pretty decent fighters. I think we've got 3 people from the UK fighting on that card, which is pretty good. I mean, Jarvis, a lot of people don't even realise he's from the UK. A lot of people even forget about that. But yeah, he is from the United Kingdom, so I guess he's fighting on our behalf. We got Deji, obviously, fighting. I think Deji's fighting Vinny Hacker, yeah. Which obviously I don't think he's really asked. I think mainly the only reason he's doing it is because maybe he wants a bit of money and he just wants, he wants clout. Like, I can't blame the guy. He wants some views, and he wants to get recognition, and shit, he may go down in history as boxing someone. I mean, I think he may get knocked out. But the fact that Deji kind of respects him in that way, I respect him for doing that. Not talking shit to Vinny. Definitely preaching towards him that he's a good guy. He's not a prick. He's this and that. He's just talking to him normally. Bryce Hall is still shooting shots at KSI. I'm gonna have to say we may be seeing a fight maybe this year or maybe early next year of maybe KSI getting in the ring with Bryce Hall. I'm not entirely sure, like I said, with that. I don't know. It depends if, JJ's tour and shit goes over. I don't know. Personally, I know a lot of people don't really want to hear this, but I'm going to have to say I think KSI fed up with boxing. I think he's done with boxing. I think he's just completely said fuck boxing and moved on. That's what I think anyway. I hope I am wrong with saying that. I hope he hasn't moved on to a different type of, he's just moved on to caring about his music and he actually does want to get a bit of boxing in there because obviously he is known as the king of boxing, or YouTube boxing at least anyway, not the king of boxing. I'd have to drop Muhammad Ali in there for that one. But incredible fights from them. I can't lie. Judging from we haven't seen the pay-per-view yet, I'm going to have to say it's probably going to be high. I hope it is. Imagine if they just revealed the pay-per-view and it was like 600,000 viewers. Fucking hell, that would be kind of sad. But then again, I don't know. A lot of people did watch it illegally without paying, so I mean, I think someone streamed it on TikTok and there was over 100,000 viewers in the live stream, which was just fucking mental. There's someone streaming it through their glasses. You obviously, I think we got the meme. I think that's what someone streamed the Logan Paul versus Jake Paul, Logan Paul versus KSI, and Jake Paul versus Deji fights through their glasses, which I can't lie was pretty jokes and funny. I know it pissed a lot of people. It definitely pissed me off though. I was like, no, come on, this is the only live stream on this fucking website. And yeah, turns out it was botched to fuck. And yeah, I know it for definite pissed off a lot of people. A lot of people were, saying fuck you to him. So I don't know. Hopefully we don't see any of that shit again. Because I do not want to be seeing a fight through someone's glasses. That shit is hard as fuck. That shit strains your eyes as well. So I really hope that shit doesn't happen, but who knows? We may get some sneaky cunt. Anyway, that's really all I've got to talk about with the whole YouTube boxing fights and stuff like that. I don't want to drag this on too much, but yeah, it's really all I have for the input. I ain't gonna lie. Logan Paul 8 rounds, that's pretty impressive in my books, especially against, I know it may be, Logan and that were hugging, but you can't lie, Logan was tired. I think it's because he had a lot more weight to deal with, so he's going to get a little tired more quick compared to Floyd. I'm guessing Floyd was tired, but he just didn't want to give it away, because I'm guessing if he gave it away, Logan might be like, oh, I'm tired too. And he's tired. So I may as well take the chance while I can. And may have just slapped him one off and clouded him down. So I don't know. Hopefully we see big plays from Jake. But I'm not too sure. Jake Paul, I think, has upgraded himself. So is Logan Paul. So it's only a matter of time before we see these both incredible fighters, take on each other again and show them mercy, I guess. But I don't know. It's kind of a struggle, really. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens. I hope Logan does fuck him up. In if Logan and Jake Paul actually fight, I hope Logan fucks him up, knocks some sense into him.